Hello. So I just wanted to again go over the things that we talked about today. We went over a lot. Okay, so today I basically taught how to snap to these different views. So just a reminder, we're working on these three axes. Z is up and down, Y is side to side, X is front and back, right? Or forward and backwards. So these axes are really important because this is how we're going to move around in this 3D space. So we have this nice little thing up here that shows, that this is the X, Y, and the Z. But also if you click on it, like if you click on X, that'll take you to the front of the shape. Y, it'll take you to the side, and Z takes you to the top. So when you're modeling and you need to get super specific, or you just need to make sure that something is straight, then this is the best way to do it, is to snap. It'll take you right there. So the hotkeys for this, or shortcut, is on your number pad on the right side of your keyboard. If you push the 3, that's the X, and that's going to take you to the front of the shape. The 1 is the side, and then the 7 is going to be the top. So you can do it that way, or you can do it like this. I use this one a lot. So we've got our shape, and so just a reminder, to delete a shape, you push X. It'll come up with this screen, push delete. And then to make a new shape, you push Shift and then push A. You got this shape menu. You want to add a mesh, and then here's all your shapes. So I'm going to do the cube. Okay. Edit mode is going to take us into our mode where we can change things. And I also showed you X-ray mode. So the reason why X-ray mode is going to be important is if you're modeling something and say I need to select the entire top of this cube, and I have the cube like this, and I go like this, then you see this back one is it's not orange, so it's not selected. Oops, wrong one. So if I push this X-ray mode up here, it's gonna select all the, if I can select them, yeah. So that'll be really useful to you when we're making big, interesting models and you need to select something really fast. Like, I need to select the bottom real quick. And you can select the whole thing. Okay. It just also kind of helps you to see the whole shape when you have it in X-ray mode. So, let's see. These are kind of the basics of moving these little vertices. So you can select it, or you can push Shift, hold Shift while you're selecting, and select more than one. Okay. To move these, you push G. Then all of a sudden, you can start to move these around. Right? And if you grab one and you're like, I don't actually want to move this, all you do is push the right button on the mouse, snaps right back. The other thing you can do is, I already placed it, and you push Control-Z, it goes right back. So G is to move. As you can see, it's just following the mouse, so it's moving all over the place. You can move it, and you're like, okay, I just want to move it up like this. But as you can see, that's not straight at all. So if you want to just move it up, then you do G to grab, and then you push whatever axes you want to move along. So it's the Z axis to move up and down. And as you can see, it's completely straight. So you can do G, X to move it along our X axis, or Y moves it along the Y. I'm kind of at an angle here. Okay. Our other button that we have is R. So that's our rotate button. And same thing, if you push R and then Z, R and then X. Just remembering these little combinations. And the third one is S, which is scale. So you can make it really small, make it really big. You can scale along the axes. I'll show you how to do that. So scale, and then let's say I just want to scale it side to side like this on the Y. Go like this. And all of a sudden you've got a really wide, I don't know, wedge. Okay. Or scale X goes just that way. What does scale Z do? Let's see. Nothing. Doesn't do anything. Okay, so yeah, G, X, I'm sorry. G is move, R, rotate, and S is scale. So those are the big three movements that we're gonna do. So the other thing that you can do is an extrude with the E. Extrude just basically means you're taking whatever you selected and adding another shape to it. So if I wanted to make another little shape right here and move it out like this, I push E, and then all of a sudden I've got something right here. As soon as you push E, you're going to see that it's snapped to the Z axis. It's just going to go straight up like that. If you want to change it, let's see. Oh, wow, that's weird. I just pushed R for rotate. See what happens. Scale, it's going to scale it up and down. As you see, it's not going to move from the spot. G. Okay. So I push G and now it's moving all over. So now you could snap Z or snap Y and move it out like that. I'm not sure why you'd want to. See. So yeah, I mean, you could do something like this and then move it again on the Y and rotate it on the that's not what I wanted. Right click to go back. But anyway, you could just do that and do that and do that and make something really cool. I wanted to rotate. That's not it either. Like that. And then you can do like this. Extrude. And make yourself a really cool, like, bridge. I don't know. Or a vent. But you can make all kinds of stuff. You just keep going and going. So I would mess around with the hotkeys G for grab, R for rotate, S for scale, and also try pushing the X, Y, Z buttons and see which ways they turn and move, and start adding things to your shape. The extrude button is E. That's to add a shape onto what you already have. The other thing that we learned today is how to add the loops. So it's Command R, and when you move your mouse around, so you've got all these different little loops that you can add in. Okay, I want one right here because there's not a lot of loops here. So, and then it has like a little slide, so you can say, I want one right there. And then from there, you can scale it in, scale it out. And you can start to build something really interesting once you keep going. So that is what I would play with this week. Let's see. Oh, there's one other thing I wanted to show you that I didn't get to today. So if you ever need this for any reason, take this and, sorry, I'm just checking out the shape. If you push Shift D, oh, that is the duplication. So you could make a whole bunch of something. You could even go like this. Left click, drag, select, Shift D. You got even more of whatever this thing is. Just over and over and over again. So you can make 1,000,000 horses for a battle scene. Oh, and saving. So you go File, Save As, and you could say, I don't know what to call this, so I'll just call this weird things. I did a little underscore because we can't add spaces. If we add spaces, it can break the file. So I have my weird underscore things.blend, save. Oh, it's nice and saved. And ready to go. So yeah. Feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Just a reminder, there is a giant manual on the Blender website. You can also Google stuff and look up YouTube videos if you get stuck and you need to figure out how to do something. The internet is a great tool. So I will see you next week.